DreamSMP. Okay, let's talk DreamSMP. I'll just be completely blunt. I don't think there'll be a season two. Um, and but I'm not. I mean, that's not a 100% thing. Obviously that could change, and DreamSMP is obviously there's been so many discussions about it, and there's a lot of people, and it's DreamSMP is, even though it's called DreamSMP, it's not just like a me thing. There's a lot of people that are a part of it, and a lot of people that are um you know contributing to and have contributed to it. And so it really is up to, I feel like there's kind of been this sitting thing, and I've discussed this in the Discord, and I've expressed my opinion on it, and I've uh expressed my um I've expressed myself in the Discord as well, and other people have expressed themselves about it. And I think that I like I want to do what everyone wants to do, but at the same time, I don't want to do anything that doesn't feel like me. I mean, the Dream SMP was obviously originally started to just literally be me and my friends fucking around on an SMP, and so uh that's something that I don't think will I think it's different now. Like there's a lot more to it with the Dream SMP, and the Dream SMP obviously was iconic and had so many awesome things to it. Um, so I think realistically there won't be a season two. If there is, it won't be it'd be different, and it won't be for a while if there was. But I think realistically there's not. So don't get your hopes up. And again, that's another thing where it was like, hey, I'm sorry that that was something that was mentioned and was very like that's something with like false expectations. But the thing is that everything was done, everything was ready. I had everything was coded for the season two. All like I have a whole document with all the new features, all the plans. We changed, we like came up with like the initial like story. We did etc etc, and then just like shit didn't happen. And then after time passed and stuff wasn't happening, and there was and it was like for the finales and stuff, then like the finales took a lot longer than expected, and there was some stuff that didn't ever come through with the finales. And then I honestly I lost motivation. And one thing that I said whenever whenever we discussed it later on was like, definitely once it ended up kind of not happening, it was my fault. But the reason that it got to that point is because just nobody was as motivated and nobody was as into it, and for a long period of time, and everyone got busy and everyone had in real life stuff. And there was periods of time where I would message people and people wouldn't reply about doing stuff, and then there was periods of time where I got messaged about stuff and I wouldn't reply. And there was a lot of whatever. But then there was like a many multi-month time period where I was just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I don't know if we should reboot. I don't know if we should do fresh stuff. And then of course techno, and obviously that complicates things. And our plan for a while, unfortunately before techno passed, was to do kind of a like a memory related thing, in order to have new relationships and new friendships and stuff. But then obviously that was something that Phil pointed out, after we had already, like, something he didn't think about and then mentioned later on, was like, oh well, that kind of sucks because like it's kind of, it'd be erasing stuff that techno's done and stuff. So that kind of affected the plans, and maybe like, well, then I don't know what, do we change what we do we whatever. um yeah. I think that's kind of that. I think that, I mean, as far as I know, the server's just up, and it's been up, and anyone that's on and whitelisted can kind of do as they want, and it's not like it's getting shut down or anything. But and anyone can, I know like Carl's talked about doing lore kind of outside of the SMP, but for his final stuff. And I think Quackity's talked about the same, because it's less like reliant on other people, I guess, to do things. But yeah, I don't know. That's my thought process on it. So I don't want to whatever. And again, I just want to go back to it. So it like, when we were all saying, oh, it's gonna happen, it like was, everything was done, everything was ready, and then it wasn't really, it wasn't just like a me thing, me being like, oh well, I guess we're not doing it. There was a lot of stuff that happened, and then obviously there was stuff that happened that complicated things, like publicly as well, with like the some of the stuff that I'm sure you know what I'm referring to, that happened like right around when DREAMSMP season 2 was kind of in the works and being finished. And so obviously that genuinely demotivated me a lot and made me like, all right, well, whatever. I don't care. I just want to hang with my friends and go back to my roots and do what's fun for me. Um, and everyone that did reply whenever I kind of said that stuff fairly recently in the SMP, I said like probably a month ago or something. At this point, or a month and a half ago. Everyone that replied was very positive, and oh yeah, it sucks. We want to get back. We just want to be able to like play, play on SMP with our friends and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally fair. But that doesn't necessarily have to be the dream SMP. Like that's something that it can, that can be anything.